afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Thursday, May 22nd, and after a huge move in the Dow yesterday, the previous day we had the nice sell-off, and then the FOMC meeting. Everybody blew that off. That skyrocketed up, and today we kind of just chilled out. Really, no big action, but we did hold above the middle Bollinger Band for now. Volume was very, very low. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow with the market. Apparently, there's some stuff going on in Korea right now, and a couple people dead over there, a couple soldiers dead over in the Ukraine. So I don't know if that's going to have an impact on the market, but we'll have to wait and see. Plus, we have a 3-day weekend. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, and let's take a look at this SPY next. All right, SPY moved up a little bit today and then pulled back down again, hit this top right here, and it just couldn't get through this. So nice resistance here. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow to move forward here. But if you look at the weekly looks pretty powerful. Depending on where we end tomorrow, even unless we're under this middle Bollinger Band like we had a sell-off here, we're still in a great pattern to the upside. This is not broken. I mean, we are definitely in an uptrend still. All the charts are saying an uptrend, but it's just a matter of time before, because you've had such a measured move from here to here. It's just a matter of time before some of this starts to reset. And I don't think there's any rush for it, but you can see now, instead of this trickling up all the time, we're starting to trickle across, and all it's doing is consolidating. All right, we're just in a little consolidation zone right now, and we won't know what's going to happen until it happens. You can see the volume is definitely, we only have another week left. The volume is very, very low for the SPY, so that's the same with the Dow if you want to take a look at that. So we're just pretty much sitting here in this little zone right here, and until we break this box one way or the other, I mean, right now this is pretty much the way it sits. And once we get outside of that, then we'll make a decision. But we could stay in this box for a little while and accumulate. Could be the whole summer. Who knows? But we'll just have to keep an eye on this. But world events could change that in a minute. Our economy could change it in a minute, and so could China. So we'll have to. We'll manage that properly. But the swing trades are fantastic. There's no doubt about that. If you're playing options and you get it down here, we're calling these tops, we're calling the bottoms, and everything else. So. Join us in chat. It's great. There's 50 guys in there and girls, and you can't beat the trading that's going on. So taking a look at Apple, like we said over here, this double bottom here, it started moving up really nicely, and it's just channeling right across here. Hasn't made any big moves to the upside, big moves to the downside. Had a nice little spike this afternoon, and almost hit that 610. It was 609.49. We were very close, and then some selling pressure came into the market, and Apple went along with it. But take a look at your truck and money flow, still moving to the upside. Your Arun is still moving to the upside, and all green candles. People want the stock pre-split, so I don't know if it's going to get way up here to the 670 gap, 690 gap, but I will say that with this tight squeeze right here that's going on, something's about to happen, and it could bust out to the upside. So keep an eye out for Apple. Let's look at PCLN. PCLN had a great bounce also. It did have a nice cross here to the downside. Great bounce off this bottom over here. Another dip over here, held the 200-day moving average, and then moved up again. So PCLN is looking a little bit, not much volume came into it today, and all the selling pressure came into it also. So it's not looking very aggressive to go much more. It might take a break here. If you stretch this out a little bit, you can see, as we've been talking about for quite some time, you're rounded, your indicators are starting to cross now. It's starting to get a little bit bearish out here. So you have to keep an eye on that. These are trades, unless we lose this 200-day moving average, and it's a different story on the daily. But if you want to take a look at the weekly on this one now, your weekly, this is a gap down here that I'm expecting to get filled. I'm sure you're watching the videos. Weekly, we had red, and then this week so far is pretty green, and it didn't come up to the 1211 to hit the middle Bollinger Band. So we're still in on a weekly bearish pattern. You have a 50-day support sitting here at 1092 and decrease in volume, and you're just sitting here at 39 for your relative strength index. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one, and your truck and money flow is just flatlined also. So PCLN is kind of, right now it's just in a square box. It's just trading right here, but this is lower than that. So we'll have to see what happens here with price line. But I think there's going to be a sell-off on it. Swinging it out to a monthly. Okay, monthly, you could see where we topped out, and you had 2 good months of selling. You're trying to salvage this month with a green candle. We won't know until next week how that's going to take place, but you have your middle Bollinger Band support right here at 929, which is right around where this gap fill is going to be. So over the summer we could get that sell off. You could see the volume, how it's decreased too. There's really not many people really jumping into this. And on the monthly, relative strength index is at 75. It really needs a break. As long as you're above the middle Bollinger Band on any time frame, you're in a bullish pattern. So right now she's still very bullish, and this is a healthy pullback. There's nothing wrong with this. It's well needed. This is a big move from here to here. So it's okay to come down here and make a higher low, as long as you hold the middle Bollinger Band here, and then you're still in that bull until it moves under that. Then you have a different story. Okay, so that's PCLN. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG took a nice hit today, and then whoops, that's on the hourly. Okay, took a nice hit today with the natural gas news about 10:30. Really sold off, broke under the 100-day moving average, and is heading down to this gap fill that we've been talking about for quite some time, 2167. It looks like we're gonna get there now in a pretty good clip. Even though your relative strength index is pretty bad on the daily, this thing's still heading down. It broke a key support, 100-day moving average. It's a great flipper, this one is, and you got the 200-day support and a gap down here that looks like it's going to get filled. So keep an eye on UNG. We still have a couple more dollars to drop, and it's doing really well on that drop. If you want to take a look at the weekly, we can do that real quick. The weekly, same thing, right at support. Okay, it came up, shot up, a little bit of rebound, but back down again. The weekly is underneath the middle Bollinger Band, so it's very important. It makes it much more definitive choice for a downside move. So keep an eye on this one to finish follow through here, and swinging it over to the monthly. Same thing. You have double top on the monthly. We played this move from the upside. I remember that. That was great. But anyway, now you have that double top and this candle on the monthly. If we can close underneath this candle, then we're probably going to get one more spike down, and we just need to hold the middle Bollinger Band at 21. All right. So that's your support there. And that's UNG. One ETF I want to take a look at real quick because it's a beauty. TAN, that's all your solars. Had a great move today. Last couple of days actually broke back over the 200-day moving average and actually closed above. Had a little gap today, and closed above the middle Bollinger Band on the daily. Your downtrend line that's been in place here is going to come into play now, and we're over it, and it will act as support. So we're actually in a bullish move right now, as long as we're not under this line. So we could fully reverse here and start swinging this to the upside. And if we did that, you're looking at off this bottom here. See if I could change these colors real quick. Anyway, you're just going to get that reverse pattern in a trade zone. And different support lines back up to the upside. So that's what you want to keep an eye on, and make sure that you follow this properly. You want to work with the trends on this. That way you have all the indicators set for you on what move it's going to make, how far it's going to go, and where it's going to go, and where your protection is. So you're planning out different strategies for this one. So right now, if you run this up. Sorry for this color. I'm not sure how to change this one, but it's off the bottom of this candle. So right now it's a very aggressive move forward. But what I like to do is pin this on the bottom here and run off the bottom of the candle, so I have a protection area here. So if this goes up, then I'm going to use this line as a support, okay, and this line as a support. All right, and as long as I don't get under this, I'm still in an uptrend. So it's a safe long-term purchase. So you want to make sure you're planning this properly. So if you swing it over to, a weekly, you're going to get that same move. Let's put this over here. You're going to get that same move. All right. Well, this is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. That's enough for me for today. I will see you all tomorrow.